In this video I'm going to show you how to do some basic tests on the coil of a magneto. Now it's important to stress that the readings that you get with the multimeter, they may give you good readings of what you expect to get on the primary and secondary coils, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the coils are good. It may be that under stress conditions, so when the magneto is actually working, the windings may break down and you may not get the spark that you need. So multimeter test, I'd say it's good. If you're having problems with magneto, do the test with a multimeter. If you've got a short circuit or an open circuit, then you do have a problem with the coil. But as I say, even if it tests okay, you may still have a problem with the coil, but it's a good first test to do. So this is a Wico magneto. You can do the same sort of tests with other types of magnetos. I haven't had much experience at the moment with different magnetos, but I know the RS1 is very similar. I've got an RS1 and the coil arrangement is similar, so the tests you can do on the Wico you can do with an RS1 and no doubt other types of magnetos as well. I'm going to do the test with the coil in situ, so you don't have to take it out of the magneto. It is possibly a little bit easier to do the test if you take it out, but you don't need to. But what you must make sure you do is make sure the points are open before you do the tests. Otherwise you'll get a short circuit where you don't want a short circuit, and you won't get the right results. So make sure the points are open before you start. So on this coil we've got the two windings. So there's one here, I hope you can see that, which terminates on the body of the magneto there, and there's another one which is a little bit difficult to see there, which terminates on this point here. So that's the primary winding between there and there, and then the secondary winding is on this little pip, and it will be to the body of the magneto, so it will be to either end, one of the ends of these two coils here. It doesn't really matter which one you test it on. So that coil and then that coil, and that's what we're going to test. So first of all we're going to test the primary. So I need to set my multimeter to ohms. What you need to make sure is that where you test, where you place the probes, make sure it's nice and clean. If it's dirty, then you get a false reading, so make sure you clean the point where you put the test probe. So I'm going to go across there and across there, and it's beeping because it's a very low reading. Hope you can see that, 0.6 of an ohm, so that's good. So now I'm going to test between the pip and this point. Now that's going to be, or should, if it works, be a higher resistance, so I need to change my setting to k ohms and do the same thing. So this point to this point, and I've got about 5.4 k, which is good. So I've got a decent reading on the primary and a decent reading on the secondary. So hopefully, and I don't know this yet because I haven't tested this magneto, hopefully it's going to be good, but as I say, just because you get good readings you may still have a problem with the coil, but it's a good first test.